Today's topic of discussion is who's going to be the next big superstar in Bollywood. Now, a few of them are already stars, but they're not superstars, and I'd like to focus my attention on 5 such actors who are right up there. Currently, the number 1 star in India is Salman Khan, well, at least in Bollywood, and he's not going to be around forever. The fact that he's pushed on at this age is incredible, so hats off to him. But this video is about the youth, the next generation, and let's see what they have to offer. Currently, the number 1 star when it comes to the youth is Ranveer Singh. He's delivered back-to-back hits and is performing really well, right from Padmavat to Simba and now Gully Boy. The important thing is for anyone who's young at that age is to follow up, and he's doing that phenomenally well. And the kind of films that he's doing, the kind of films he's got lined up, the acting and the effort that he puts in is remarkable. You know, huge amounts of energy, and it'd be interesting to see how he sustains that level of energy as he moves towards the latter half of his career. Now, Ranbir Kapoor is at number 2. He was off to a flyer and had picked up some really great projects, but in the last 3 or 4 years, he has gone downhill. You know, films like Jagga Jasoos, Bombay Velvet has really hit the pace. Even the film with Karan Johar, I forgot the name, didn't really do as well as it was meant to. So he's definitely taken a back seating, though he came back pretty strongly with Sanju, and he's right up there in terms of being the next superstar. Now, he needs to be very careful with the kind of films that he does and also the kind of approach that he takes towards his career. I see him going the Hrithik Roshan way, you know, came in, made a big splash, did amazingly well for the first 10 years and then kind of fell apart and drifted away, and now makes 1 film every 2 or 3 years. So he needs to be mindful of that. At number 3, the current superstar I'd rank is Varun Dhawan. He's done some good films. He's actually got the best success ratio out of all the youngsters, and that proves a thing. I think the only film that hasn't done well is October. That film was never meant to do well. The kind of subject that it wasn't going to hit the high notes. And I think Varun is one of those actors who's got that mass appeal, who's very well balanced. The only thing I'd like to say about Varun Dhawan is that he needs that big hit. You know, Ranbir Kapoor has got one with Sanju, Ranveer Singh has got one with Simba and Padmavat, and Varun Dhawan is stuck with the highest grossing the film that he's got, I think, is Jurwa 2. So let's see if he can push it. Kalank was meant to be that film, unfortunately didn't work out, but still a long journey ahead of him, and it's only a matter of time before he breaches the 200 crore mark. Now, number 4, I have Tiger Shroff. Tiger Shroff is actually the newest in the blocks. He's been around for about 6 years now and done 6 films, but he's already a big superstar. And his next film, War, with Hrithik Roshan, you know, could be one of the biggest hits of 2019. So he's got a great future ahead of him, and just needs to be careful of the kind of stunts that he performs. Last thing you want is an actor being out of action because of injuries, but I'm sure he's aware of that and taking the right precautions. At number 5, now Shahid is an interesting person. He's neither a youngster nor is he very old. He's about 38 years old. He's been in the industry for 16 years, and that's a long time since he came out in 2003. I think Ishq Wishq was his first film. So he's definitely up there, and I'd written him off a few years ago, but the way he's come back with Kabir Singh, you know, super duper hit, and also his performance in Padmavat, he's kind of slowly crawling back and giving the youngsters competition, and that's good to see because you know, Salman Khan did that at the age of 45. He made a huge comeback, and Shahid Kapoor, you know, is a much better actor and is much more refined than Salman Khan. So if he chooses the right films and follows up well to Kabir Singh, then he can definitely become a big superstar in times to come. Now, in my opinion, if I was to say out of these 5 people who's going to make it the biggest, I can only talk about the next 5 years because, you know, there are people who are going to come in the next 2 or 3 years who could just come in and take the world by storm. But if, you know, usually it takes about 3 or 4 films to prove yourself, and it's not going to happen in the next 5 years. So if I was to look at who the biggest superstar would be, my bet would be on Tiger Shroff. I am really backing him up to be the number 1 Bollywood star. It's just that he's got that charisma, mass appeal, and that reservation that makes him exclusive. He is shy, very humble, and you know, just looks to be the nice guy. And if I was to root for someone, it would be Tiger Shroff. But Not only that, being nice doesn't get you anywhere in this world today. It's about his performances, and I think he can push the boundaries and take Bollywood to the next level. He's definitely got the brightest future. Not to say that Ranveer Singh and Ranbir Kapoor are just going to be lying idle there. They've also got great careers ahead of them. But if I was to choose our number one actor that will replace Salman Khan, I would put my bet on Tiger Shroff. One advice that I'd like to give all these actors is be hungry for that number one position. You were fortunate enough in a population of more than 1 billion people to be loved by 1 billion people, and make sure you make the best and achieve the maximum potential that you have, and don't try and drift away to Hollywood.